I'm Dr. Brian Evans. I'm the Associate Dean for the School of Education, and I'm also the Math Department Chair for the New York campus. I did not, and actually this is one of the biggest regrets I've had. I've always, in hindsight, wished I had studied abroad while I was in college. I've done a lot of travel on my own since, but it was something I feel like I really missed out on. I thought studying a semester in London would have been a really interesting experience. Well, it was actually started by the former dean and I. We came up with Italy because we thought there's a lot of educational history there, and we thought that students would really enjoy the experience. I know so the dean and I collaborated, this is probably about 8 years ago or so, to develop this course for School of Education students, but open to the entire PACE student body. The purpose was to give an international experience to specifically the majors who have a lot of course requirements, so it makes it difficult for them to study abroad. This was uniquely placed right in January so that they could do so. We study a lot of different educational philosophers and practitioners, and the students even get a chance to teach a little bit in the school, so they get a chance to experience the Italian educational system. Well, I've had a few students tell me that this has been a transformational experience for them because a lot of the things they experience were only things they've watched videos about or read in books, and they said actually being in that environment, made the difference for them. And something we really value is we oftentimes will have the students in apartments style lifestyle, so that they feel a little bit less like tourists and they feel a little more immersed. Even though it's a brief trip, more of that cultural immersion, living the day like an Italian would, going to their apartments, going to the grocery store, cooking for themselves, experiencing restaurants as well. Those are unique experiences for them. Just seeing how happy they are to be there and what they're learning and experiencing, and that feedback I often get from them of this is like a life-changing experience. I didn't realize the impact this would have on me. It's really the reason a lot of us go into teaching and education is we want to transform the lives of students. And I think study abroad and faculty-led courses have the potential to do that. I've had students come back and tell me this was the best thing I've done at PACE. Being part of that is really rewarding. Also, I'm a history buff and I've done a lot of tourism on my own. One thing I find really fun is acting as a de facto tour guide for them. When we start out in Rome, we take them around the city, we do walking tours, we talk about some of the history and culture, and being a de facto tour guide, it's fun for me. I guess there's two answers to that because we go to Rome and we go to Florence. I love the Roman history, Roman Empire, Julius Caesar. Students find that really interesting. We go to the Forum, we go to the Colosseum. I also find the Renaissance really fascinating. I teach mathematics, and one of the major changes in the Renaissance art is geometric perspective. There was a certain realism added to the art. And I'm by no means an art expert, but I do know the geometry applications to art can be fascinating.